I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jew-ish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Shalom is...
We follow doctrine of man. They taught us they hate a reflection.
This is the Jews of
I said my
black.
niggas is chosen. I only follow the king. I don't vote, but ensure my election. They say the Jews is black.
Yeah.
I say the natives is chosen.
Yeah.
I say Hispanics is chosen.
Right.
All of my niggas are chosen.
Right.
They say the Jews are black.
Yeah.
And I say the natives are chosen.
Yeah.
I say Hispanics are chosen.
Right.
All of my niggas is chosen.
Right.
Don't be hot and cold and don't just dip your toe in. All of them bars above your head. I know it feel like a sewing. They say the Jews is black.
Yeah.
I say the natives is chosen.
Yeah.
I say Hispanics is chosen.
Right.
All of my niggas is chosen.
This is the Jews of black. I see the nigga that's chosen. I see the people are chosen. I see the native is chosen. I hear stories been stolen. Time to come back together. Cause the Most High been calling Israel in hell. Eat them in heaven and ballin'. Christ got his time installing. Giving us time to repent before we're stuck with the fallen. U.P.K not lukewarm. Playing poker we all in. Cross the line we brawling. Babylon and falling. Come on and burn my people. Do not partake in the sins. World War III just popped off. Yeah, I was shy for the win. Yeah, I was shy the king. Yeah, I was shy the man of the Lord. The angels on chariots, we go on the war. Chopping their head and number one whore.
They say the Jews is black. I say the natives is chosen. I say Hispanics is chosen. All of my niggas are chosen. They say the Jews are black, and I say the natives are chosen. I say Hispanics are chosen. All of my niggas is chosen. Don't be hot and cold and don't just dip your toe in. All of them bars above your head, I know it feel like it's Owen. They say the Jews is black, I say the natives are chosen. I say Hispanics are chosen. All of my niggas is chosen. If they're in the Catholic Church, somebody pray for the children. Turn up the bass and level the treble. You know that we shaking the building. They wanna kill off our babies. Look how they fight for abortion. I'm trying to put in my brick. Oppressors are paid, I need my portion. She follow my lead, if I say jump, she touching the moon. I know that they scared, they hold their breath when we walk in the room. My big bro, he in the quantum physics. I just came home from a battle, hopped to the quattro, my princess looking exquisite. If he cross the line, beat him up, you know he gon' get it. They said that we chosen, they chose us to fill up the cells. I'm an angry black man, how you gonna tell me you ain't living in hell? Where I grew up, they said nothing will come out to rob. We ain't seen lawyers and doctors, only the killers and niggas who came out to rob. They say the Jews is black,
Yeah.
I say the natives is chosen,
Yeah.
I say Hispanics is chosen,
Right.
all of my niggas are chosen.
Shalom Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in
So like I'm gonna just play the Passover video to the end, all right?
Shalom Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General YAHANNA is putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, send the curses to them enemies.
Hey, shalom, Israel. Once again, we're here with you, man. You understand? I am Priest and Officer 1000 ADR with the I.S.U.P.K, which is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And for those that don't know, you understand, we teach the I.S.U.P.K teaches the truth according to the Bible, the truth of the Bible. You understand? This is why we are the home of the truth. You understand? Why? Because those things that you don't know about the Bible, you find them out right here in this school. All right. We also teach that so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian are the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? I know in this world, you understand? I know in your school system, we are just nothing but Africans. You understand? They're saying the native came from Siberia. You understand? And so on and so on. But that's not the fact. The fact is that those people that are in captivity in America, those people that are in slavery, you understand, in South America, in the Caribbean, you understand, we are the 12 tribe of Israel. All right. All right. What we got with us today? Joining with me, we have I don't know if Officer Zabaj is still on right now. You understand? I see his mic muted. Officer, we have Officer 500 Shy 1. You understand? Let's get it, man. Let's get it, priest. What's going on, man? Y'all about Shem Yashabakta.
You hear me okay, sir?
Yeah, you too, priest.
Okay.
What's going on your side, man?
Not much, sir. Just ready to get this class in.
Gun. I seen it, you understand? How's the weather doing with you, man?
So we had a small We had a small winter storm.
God. I seen the thunder growling at the same time. You understand? Like we don't see that often, man. Matter of fact, I never seen that in my life. You understand? We're having a, you understand, thunder growling, you understand, in the middle of the winter storm. You understand? The Most High must be, you understand, must be sending Christ. Christ must be on his way, because just like the Bible say, you understand, there's gonna be event, you understand, sign in the sky, and what, you understand, sign in the skies and everything. And these type of things that are happening right now, you understand, they are definitely signs, man. You understand? Understand? Well, today we have a topic for y'all today, right? So let me put this on the chat. So like, yeah. We have a topic for y'all, which is about a few brothers, you understand, a few black, so-called black American, you understand, Judite, you understand, went to Mexico. You understand? Went to Mexico. You understand? Hold on. What we got? Officer Barakala, I don't know if you're here.
Kawakan, Yabashu Thumb.
It's a lot. You understand? We have the man of the hour, the host doing the most, also Barakala. 500 Barakala, man. That's still what's going on, Priest.
Go
ahead.
For the topic of the class, we may have Officer Yashukar and Officer Malakma and Officer Ayar chiming in.
God, that would be wonderful. You understand? That would be beautiful, man. Well, you understand? I don't know, Officer Badger still muted. Well, you understand, we have a few brothers, you understand, that went down, you understand, that crossed the border, you understand. According to the news article, they're saying, you understand, these brothers went, I think they were traveling with two sisters or one.
So like there was 3 brothers and 1 sister.
God, and supposedly, you understand, that sister wanted to have a behind augmentation, right? Or behind augmented, what they call BBL. You understand? According to the news article, you understand? According to what they put in the news, but you understand? Come to find out, this is not the case. You understand? These brothers, you understand, went to a level 4, you understand, danger zone in Mexico. You understand? Where you less likely to find a good surgeon. You understand? So these brothers didn't go over there with that sister. You understand? To get a, you understand, a behind augmentation. They went on, you understand, they had another thing in mind, you understand, and hopefully the brother, you understand, Yashukar, you understand, could bring, you understand, light on the situation, you understand. Joining with us as well, we have Officer 1000 Zabaja, you understand, the big man of Toronto, understand.
Hey, Shalom Akim, Yah Bashim Yashai, Barak Thumb to all the brothers, Yah Shamar Al Thumb Bashim Yashai to all the sisters.
Hey,
what's
Shalom,
going
on? You already know, man. You understand? It's a crazy thing. Like, you understand, like what we're seeing in the news right now. You understand, like we seeing that. You understand? I seen a report. You understand? Matter of fact, check the private chat. All right. One of the reports saying, you understand, they want to have, you understand, send the army over there. They need to crack down on the cartel. You understand?
So
why? Because you understand, a few brothers got killed over there. You understand? We got, like, you understand, a few brothers that got killed over there, and we're gonna see, you understand, the circumstances. You understand? They were killed. You understand? But the thing I'm asking as well, if those brothers, you understand, if because of that they want to crack down on the cartel, what about all the Mexican children that were, you understand, that were in cages? How come there was no crackdown about that? How about, you know, when the FBI, the CIA that put drug in our neighborhood? How come there's no crackdown, you understand, against the CIA, against the FBI? How come, you understand, America has a free pass to do what's wrong? You understand? And if we, you understand, let's say, you understand, we have a family problem amongst each other. Now they want to crack down, you understand, our own people. But why, when America does something wrong to so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, there's no crackdown?
Right.
That's the thing America should answer. You understand? That's the thing a good journalist should bring, you understand, in the forefront. Why is it, you understand, they need to go crack down in Mexico, the cartel? Meanwhile, we still, you understand, we still have baby, you understand, Mexican baby in cages, man. You understand? Meanwhile, you had the Haitians, you understand, in the border of Mexico, living under a bridge, getting whooped, you understand, like they were slaves. Where was the crackdown on the border service patrol? Where was the crackdown on those police officers, you understand, on the army that didn't want the I.S.U.P.K to fit them, you understand, in the side of United States? They had to go all the way to Mexico, you understand, Acuña, to feed and close those Haitians, man. Where was the crackdown for that? You understand? And this is why, when you realize this empire is so evil and disgusting, man. You understand? This empire is always about gaining advantages of people. You understand? And one of the reasons why they want to crack down the cartel, it is not because they sell drugs. It is not because, you understand, they really care about black people. But I think it might have to do with natural resources, Akim.
Right.
You understand? I think it might have to do with that, because even in Haiti right now, you understand what's going on? They're trying to, you understand, Justin Trudeau, you understand, trying to talk with the leaders of Haiti to go to Haiti. You understand? Joe Biden said, you understand, he's bringing, I heard like there's a airplane full of Haitians coming to the United States, to the States every day, Akim. Which means, you understand, let's say a good 40% of the population, you understand, that are in those zones like Port-au-Prince and, you understand, Cap-Haïtien are gonna come, you understand, in the States. Meanwhile, then they will be freely in Haiti without no resistance, taking the natural resources of Haiti. It's the same thing, you understand? Especially right now, they're preparing for war. And if you're preparing for war, what do you need?
Resources.
Resources. Damn right. You need resources. You need money. You understand? So you could, you understand, build your army, buy your weapons. You understand? Those soldiers, they need to eat. You understand? And so on and so on. So that's why they're really, you understand, unleashing on Mexico now. You understand? It's not because, you understand, they love, so-called, they care about those brothers, you understand, that died. You understand? And before I go even further, those brothers, you understand, and the Mexicans are brothers. You understand? Mexican and so-called Black American, you understand, they are brothers. They are the same family. They are the same nation, man.
Yeah.
You understand? Those Mexicans are the tribe of I.S.U.P.K in the Bible, man.
Right.
You understand? We are family, man. This is a family problem. And we understand why this problem came, because of the so-called oppressor. You understand? Somebody bring me to his words are smooth like butter. Bible question. You understand? This oppressor make you feel like, you understand, like it makes you feel like he cares about the so-called those black people that died. Meanwhile, they don't, Akim. Meanwhile, we here in the ghetto, and you understand, we've been crying for help. We've been crying for justice. Where was the justice? Where's the crackdown on the police, you understand, police department that are murdering black people, man? Where's the crackdown on the KKK that's been killing black people and lynching black people, man? You understand? Now, 4 brothers got killed, you understand, in South America. Now they want to, you understand, say, well, you know what? They are Americans. We need to crack down the cartel. Yet, who gives the cartel gun? Who's associated with the cartel? Isn't the FBI associated with them? Isn't the CIA associated with them? You understand? And so on and so on. All right. Let me bring this article for you. All right. If you got the verse, if somebody got the verse, you could bring it before I
got it out of one.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Now, this is in Psalms, right? The word of his mouth was smoother than butter. Who's that talking about, Akim?
So like when the oppressor, the devil, the Bible speaks of.
Damn right. You understand? It's talking about the oppressor. You understand? It's talking about the so-called Caucasian. You know, the so-called Caucasian, the Edomites. You understand? And they are the only ones, you understand, that will come and bring democracy in your land. Meanwhile, they murder everybody. You understand? Didn't they bring democracy in Iraq? What happened in Iraq? Didn't they bring democracy in Afghanistan? What happened over there? Everywhere the white man goes it is about democracy. They want to bring democracy. Well, there's a dictator over here. There's too much this over here. There's too much violence. Well, the dictator, you understand, is not letting the people eat. Then once they go over there, they shoot everything at him. You could be in your synagogue or in your temple, they'll shoot you down. You could be a pregnant woman, they'll shoot you down. But I thought, you understand, they're bringing democracy, which is a, you understand, a way, you understand, they want to say peace. You understand? His words are smoother than butter. You understand? When you see the oppressor telling you nice words, there's, you understand? Let's see what the Bible say about it. Go ahead.
Khan. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
But what?
But war was in his heart.
You understand? War is in the heart of the oppressor, man. Even though he comes to you with, you understand, with a nice speech. You understand? Even though he comes to you with democracy, war is in his heart, man. You understand? When they came over here and the native Indian welcomed them with open arms, and it was supposed to be about trade and everything, you understand? What did they do to the native Indian? Slaughtered them. Committed genocide on them. You understand? Committed genocide on them, man. I remember, you understand, in 19 something, right? I was learning destination history. And then the United States, you understand, went, you understand, and did a mission in Haiti. You understand? They took over Haiti for a time. Once they took over Haiti, Akim, they cleaned out all the gold that was in the Haiti, you understand, reserve. All the gold that was, you understand, in the bank, you understand, or in the treasure department, you understand, of Haiti. They took all of it. Where's the crackdown on the you understand, United States government, you understand, to give Haiti his gold back? You understand? How come the United States government never say, well, you know what, we need to give that gold back to Haiti? Especially right now, it will worth more. We need to put interest on it. How come they don't say that? But yeah, 4 brothers, you understand, died. Now they want to crack down, you understand, on Mexico, on the cartel. You understand? Y'all could see my screen, Akim?
Khan.
You understand? This is on the borderland beat, right? Y'all could see narcotic terms and so on and so on, right? This is what I say. Call grows for Mexican cartel crackdown after Americans killed. You understand? Now they care about black people. What a coincidence. You understand? What a love now. Now that they decided to have love for so-called black people, man. Come to find out, it's not about, you understand, the love that they have for those brothers that was murdered or that was killed. You understand? Meanwhile, those brothers went in the level 4, you understand, zone in search of other things. They weren't going to get you understand, behind augmentation like BBL.
Right.
Nah, they went for something else. You understand? And while going for something else, you understand, they committed crime. You understand? America does the same thing. America goes in other people's country saying you committed crimes in your own country and kill people in their own country. Well, those Americans, those so-called black Americans, those Negroes that went, you understand, over there, they committed crimes over there. You understand? I'm not justifying the killing because we are brothers. We shouldn't be killing one another. But one thing that we shouldn't do for sure is sell drugs to one another.
Right.
You understand? Yes. One thing we shouldn't do for sure is, you understand, you understand, selling your mother or the mother of your friend, the mother of your brother or your sister a 5 dime. You understand? A bag of a dime bag. You understand? That's something we shouldn't do to each other, man. And this is why, you understand, that tall woman that played basketball, Brittany Griner, she went over there, you understand, with oil that she used, personal use, narcotic. and they arrested her for that. Imagine if she went over there to sell drug to the Russian. Imagine that. They would have said it is chemical warfare. Well, what the CIA did to so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian by putting drugs in our neighborhood, that's chemical warfare as well. You understand? So before they crack down on the Mexican cartel, they should crack down on the CIA for putting drug in our neighborhood. They should crack down on the police for selling drug to the young men, selling them their drug, and after that arrested them after that. They should put, you understand, crack down on these institutions that put, you understand, guns in our neighborhood. Why are they not doing that? And this is where you find out the word of his mouth are smooth like butter, but there's war in his mind. There's killing in his mind, even though he comes with sweet words. But in the back of his mind, all the oppressor wants to do is kill you. That's all he wants to do. You understand? Right. He can't stop thinking about killing you, murdering you. You understand? Y'all want to say something, Michael?
Salakia, if I may.
Go ahead.
Just like you say, they don't give a damn about the brothers that died over there. Understand? Because we're only considered American when it benefits them. When they need more soldiers in their army, then we're considered American. When they need to go to war, when Mexico put boots on the ground over there, we're considered American. Because it's not like it is the first time brothers lose their life on the other side of the border. They're not going to talk about all the so-called Mexican brothers that they deport on the other side of the border and that lose their life at the hand of the cartels. They're not going to talk about, brothers and sisters over there, right, that lose their life at the hand of the cartels. Like, this is not something that was uncommon, but it's not the first time that something like that happens over there. You understand? But because they have a reason to go into Mexico, now it becomes a problem, a so-called problem, you understand? And obviously, they're going to say they have a solution for that, right? It was never, the cartel was never an issue until they realized they had a natural resource they could benefit from. Until they realized that there is lithium in Mexico, right? And they're about to go to war with China, Russia, whatever. They needed an excuse to put boots on the ground in Mexico. Right. Because it's never an issue when, we're shooting each other in the streets. When there's a black and brown shootout in East LA, it is never an issue, right? Because there is no resources that America need in East LA. But there are resources in Mexico. So now that two brothers died, it gave them an excuse to go against the cartel, because we all know that is common knowledge. The cartel works with the government, understand? The government purchased drugs from the cartel, right? So it's not like the cartel is a problem. They want something from Mexico. Mexico has something that America wants. Yeah, if America wants something, best believe it will find a reason to go invade whatever territory that whatever they want is in. You understand? And now they're gonna be able to put boots on the ground over there. Right. What they did in Afghanistan when they wanted the oil and the opium, right? They pretended that, oh, they have weapons of mass destruction, which up until 2023, I'm not trying to defend the Ishmaelites, but up until 2023, there was not one weapon of mass destruction found in the Middle East. All those weapons from the Middle East, a lot of these are American firearms and Russian firearms. There is no such thing as a weapon of mass destruction in the Middle East that was threatening America. Understand? Therefore, it just found an excuse to go against the Arabs, and then they invaded the Middle East. Now that they have an excuse to invade Mexico, they're gonna put boots on the ground in Mexico, and they're gonna slaughter our Mexican brothers.
Right. Slovakia, if I may.
Of course, Chris, of course.
Like, from this whole story, like what Barack Yala said, like, damn, I think Barack Yala, get out of my mind, right? Because he damn near said everything I wanted to say, right? What when you listen to this story about how brothers and sisters. One of these brothers has a history and criminal charge history of being a distributor for narcotics, right? The other sister had her children taken away because her children had methamphetamines in their system. Right. Listening to this story, right, you find out a few things, right? The Lord is not with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans when we are committing crimes and when we're living how he doesn't want us to live, right? When we decide to live like the gringo, like the oppressor, we die like oppressors, right? You got brothers and sisters in a horrible condition, right, in those border towns of Mexico because of the oppressor. Many of them don't want to, just like many people in any poverty situation, they crime, but they have to because their children are starving. Right? You're finding out America is greedy. They want resources. The same thing they've always wanted. Oppressors want resources, whether it be minerals from the earth, whether it be Black, Hispanic, or Native American bodies. They want resources, right? These brothers and sisters, they drove from level 4 cartel territory to level 4 cartel territory, right? It's to show you that they had no good intentions in mind, right? They were trying to get narcotics to bring back to flood Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities, right? The cartel, which I'm quite sure we'll touch on this later, right? The cartel, they opened fire on these people and kidnapped them after they ran through a checkpoint, right? The cartel also did something the police in Canada don't do. The police in America don't do this, right? They took responsibility. They gave
right.
And on top of it, they turned in the subordinates who didn't follow protocol. Right. And lastly, we got to give Captain Yatazak and his men in Texas another hand, and Yashikar Ban Yashikar another hand, as well as Officer Yatazar and Officer Ariyar for their mission to Acuna, right? Because it goes to show you that when the Lord is with you, you can do anything. You can take 5 tons of food through cartel territory, the same cartel territories these Judites went through, right? And we won't get touched. We will get assisted by our brothers and sisters in those border towns. Salakia.
And if I remember, you understand? I'm right. If I remember, the cartel wanted to help with protection with the, you understand? When those brothers went over there, those brothers said, the Most High, you understand? The Most High is our protection, man. You understand? It is something. Come on, go ahead, Breeze.
I just want to add this, though, right? So basically, just to shed more light on the situation, right? Because I spoke with Officer Yashikar as well. Basically, these brothers and sisters were trying to buy fentanyl, which is a drug that was killing a lot of brothers and sisters in the cartel zone that they were in. And the cartel had a problem. It was basically a no fentanyl zone. If you want to deal with fentanyl, either buy it or sell it. It's not about doing it on our territory, you understand, or not doing business with us. In their minds, like, we don't want that drug around our people. It's killing a lot of our people. We don't want that. You understand? So they had a problem with brothers and sisters buying drugs, not about not doing business with them, but they refused to have that drug around their people. You understand? So now, with them being the government in that zone, they had to do something to protect. They felt that they had to do something to protect their people. But the government, of course, is gonna try and pitch us to get against each other and try to make it racial.
Right.
Instead, trying to talk about, and because a lot of brothers and sisters I seen videos on TikTok, they were saying, well, we have a history of Mexicans not liking Black people and vice versa. But that situation was not racial at all. These brothers, I'm not saying the cartel was what they did was right, you understand? But these brothers were wrong for trying to cross the Mexican border and purchase product over there. Especially that they were going against the cartel in the way that the cartel said, don't buy or sell these drugs around our people. And that's exactly what they did. You understand? I'm not justifying their death.
Salakia, Barak, if I can add.
Khan.
Right, Barak, what you're saying is heavy, right? Especially because a drug like fentanyl, right, is not just killing Issacharites, right? If Judah goes to Issachar to bring back fentanyl that's going to kill Caucasians or unalive Caucasians in America, is going to be more of a reason for America to want to go into Mexico and do what they've done everywhere.
Salakia, you know what I want to add also is that knowing that they went there to purchase fentanyl, right? It's just to show you how much of an evil bastard all of our oppressors are, because they're gonna go against the Mexican, you understand, for a unaliving issue and the fentanyl issue, but they're not gonna go against the Asians. Like, where's the crackdown in the Asian neighborhoods for fentanyl? Common knowledge that fentanyl comes from China. You understand? They're not speaking about that. They're only going to speak about, well, you know, we have a reason to invade Mexico, so let's put boots on the ground over there. Let's get that lithium. Salakia.
And what you're saying, you understand, has a lot of strength to it, and especially knowing that these brothers, like Officer Zabaja was saying, like these brothers, you understand, were coming back with that fentanyl, you understand, and give it to a so-called Edomite, but they would have given it to, you understand, brothers and sisters in the hood. You understand? Killing our own brothers and sisters as well. They wouldn't speak. They don't speak about that. You understand? They don't say, well, you know what, that drug, you understand? Maybe you understand, that was an act of God. Maybe by having those 3 brothers, you understand, unalive, maybe, you understand, that saved 10 other brothers and sisters. Right. Because that drug is doing a lot, you understand, is unaliving a lot of people, you understand? Especially they're mixing it with that horse power, you understand, horse tranquilizer called and having that drug called Trank, you understand? Like, you understand, it's getting crazy out there, man. And this is why we stand against drug, man, because you destroying his soul. It's just like murdering somebody, man, when you sell another brother drug, man. It's just like, you understand, you raping somebody, man. You understand? It's just like, you understand, you committed a crime against your own brothers and sisters when you sell them drug, when you sell them that weed, when you sell them, you understand, that cocaine, that fentanyl, you understand, that mushroom. You understand? And these are the things we need to start realizing, man. You understand? Now, I don't stand for the cartel for killing our brothers, but I definitely don't stand against, don't stand with, you understand, those brothers for going over there and buying drug. And of course, they would bring that drug back to America, you understand, to the United States, and killing, you understand, our own brothers and sisters as well, man.
Right.
You understand? Hey, sister in the chat, shalom, sister, now what shalom, y'all shamarta,
and Salakia, Ariyah.
Come on, please.
Another thing that they're not talking about is during that initial shooting, right? When the brothers and sisters ran through the armed checkpoint, a Issacharite sister was killed. She picked up a stray bullet, and no one's talking about that because they don't really care what's happening to Issachar down there, right? Just like Yashikar Ban Yashikar and Barak Ya'ala and so brought up Salakia.
Go ahead, please.
We have Officer 500 Malakma Ban Yashikar joining us.
Hey, shalom, please. Shalom, yeah, what's going on, priest?
Just right here, you know, trying to get my family some grub. Some food real quick, you know what I mean? Thought I'd just chime in real quick. You know, for Officer Barak Ya'ala, you brothers are talking about the situation in Mexico.
Sí, primo.
Orale.
Go ahead. You understand? You could shed your light on it, all right?
So, I mean, the situation in Mexico, right? two brothers brought out heavy points, Officer Ayar and Officer Yashikar. You know what I mean? And basically, that situation in Mexico, right, is represents an issue, right? It shows one thing, that us being Israelites, we're not meant for a life of crime. You know what I mean? We are the worst criminals. You know, whether you black or brown, you see all the jams and messes we get in. That just comes to show that we're not meant to be criminals. Secondly, the way the media is pushing the situation, you can tell that there's an agenda. America is using the situation in Mexico to, you know, and with those four brothers and that one, with the three brothers and the one sister being killed, using it as an excuse to go and invade Mexico, as an excuse to demonize Mexicans. You know what I mean? Because brothers have brought out heavy points. Like all of a sudden now, you know, that they count these three brothers and that one sister as Americans, when America has never considered black or brown Americans, has never cared about black or brown lives. But all of a sudden now they care. Just recently, just recently, you just had a story that they brought out, right, about three sisters, right, three I.S.U.P.K sisters, you know, that are missing in Mexico. This just, you know, the story just popped up, and you're not seeing the same amount of attention brought to it as with this other situation. You know what I mean? So thus it comes to show you the agenda, and of course, the oppressor, right, being the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because these are, you know, four black people that got murdered at the hands of Mexicans. You're going to push this situation to further instigate tensions between black and brown. That's my take on it. So now, if I could, to the men, you know, to the men above me, like that's basically what it is. America is using this as always to push, you know, black and brown, to pit black and brown against one another.
Come. You understand? And what you're saying, it is exactly the truth. It's just like in Haiti. You understand? To get the resources in Haiti, what do? They put the guns in the end of the gangs. You understand? And now today, Haiti is run by gangs. You understand? Like people fear to go down in Haiti. Why? Because you understand, gangs run Haiti. You understand? For why? For which reason? Because they want to go get the resources. You understand? And it is the same thing that's going on right now in Mexico, man. You understand? Just like I was saying earlier, you understand, we still have, you understand, Mexican babies in cages. Where was the outcry for it? You understand? Where was the United States government speaking against it? You understand? Well, you understand, this is the oppressor. The oppressor is a damn devil, man. But one thing I gotta say is I respect and love Commander General YAHANNA for this in the I.S.U.P.K, because every Mexican are our brothers and sisters, man. You understand? Every Mexican they are our own blood. You understand? So we will live and die for the Mexican, man. You understand? And we will push that message throughout the world for the oppressor to know we won't fight each other, but we will love one another. We will unite and build this kingdom until Christ come back, man. You understand? Somebody bring me to Ezekiel. Most in Christ. Somebody bring me to Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 16. You understand? Those Mexican brothers, you understand, living a life of crime. Why? Because of the so-called oppressor. This is why they have to do, you understand, they have to have a cartel. Because the damn oppressor, man. You understand? This is why we live in the condition we live, and you understand, we are pushed to do the things that we do because of the same oppressor. The oppressor does not love you, so-called black man. You understand? They put drugs in our neighborhood. Where's the outcry from the government? You understand? Yet they want you to fight against your own brothers and sisters. You understand? This is the division that they've always been pushing. You understand? Remember when the native and the so-called black, you understand, so-called Negroes in America, they were united. What did they do? They made laws to divide the native, you understand, the so-called native with the so-called Negroes in America. You understand? It's always been about the division of Israel, because if we are divided, we could be controlled better. If we are divided, they could oppress us better. That's what's going on. All right. Let's get it. Thank you.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it.
Go ahead.
For Judah and for the children of Israel as companions.
You understand? Now take one stick and write two names on it. You understand? You got one stick and you have two names on that stick. Go ahead.
Karawakan. Then take another stick and write upon it. For Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
You understand? Well, that first stick was about, you understand, the nation of Israel, the nation, you understand, or the kingdom of Judah. You understand? Which include the so-called black Negroes, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Trinidadian, and so on and so on, who are the Judite, you understand? The Judite, the Levites, and the Benjamites. And after that, you have another stick. You understand? That has who?
Salakia. For Joseph, the stick of Ephraim.
Joseph,
the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
And the other stick, as you understand, as leader, you have the Puerto Ricans, the Ephraimites, and after that, the rest of the, you understand, the Israelite, you understand, nation, the kingdom of the north. You understand? So this is the two stick that is talking about. You understand? And now we're gonna see exactly the prophecy about those two sticks. You understand? Which means there's a division, you understand, between the north and the south kingdom. It's been happening. It happened ever since Solomon. You understand? Ever since, you understand, when the kingdom of Solomon fell, then you understand that division was made. Go ahead.
Kawakan. Verse 17. And join them one to another into one stick.
And do what?
And join them one to another into one stick.
Now, this is what we're doing in I.S.U.P.K. We're joining those two sticks. You understand? The oppressor wants you to keep those two sticks divided. They want you to hate those Mexican brothers. They want you to hate the cartel. They want you to hate, you understand, your own blood or your own bloodline, your own nation. But us in the UPK, on the community journal, Yana, we will unite so-called black Negroes, you understand, and the black and the brown, you understand, nation. We will unite those 12 tribes together, man. You understand? I remember, you understand, with last year, Officer Zabaja, I know you remember this, where they had a beef, you understand? They're trying to make a beef between Jamaican and Haitians. You understand? When you realize it, it is always about, you understand, dividing the children of God. Well, you know what? In the UPK, we're going to show you we love one another. We're going to show you exactly we're going to unite with one another. And this is how we're going to rule this kingdom. This is how we're going to overtake this kingdom. You understand? By loving one another, by joining in one another, you understand, under these laws, under these precepts and commandment of the Most High. Go ahead.
Karamakan. And they shall become one in thine hand.
They shall do what?
They shall become one in thine hand.
You understand? We shall become one, man. You understand? We shall become one. And this is exactly the future. This is exactly the prophecy that's in the Bible, man. You understand? Malakma, you understand? And us, we are one. There's no division amongst us. You understand? We are one family. You understand? Go ahead.
Karawakan, verse 18. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these?
You understand? What does that mean? What is those two sticks? What you talking about, those two sticks becoming one? You understand? What you talking about? You understand? One stick is Judah, one stick, you understand, is Israel. What are you saying? Well, this is exactly, you understand, what we're saying. The unity of so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. And when you look at the New Testament, this was Paul's mission. Paul's mission was to unite all the 12 tribes of Israel, bringing them back home. You understand? This is what Paul was doing. Paul wasn't teaching, you understand, to the so-called Edomite, the so-called European, the white man, so-called white man. He wasn't teaching the Chinese. He wasn't teaching, you understand, the Africans. He was teaching Israelite that was following the customs of the other nations. He was uniting his people, and this is what we do in the I.S.U.P.K, man. You understand? In the I.S.U.P.K, we will be unified. You understand? We will show so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We need to love one another. Because without love, they will always divide us and kill us and oppress us even more. You understand? Keep on going.
Khan, verse 19. Say unto them, thus said the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah.
You understand? But this is the Most High saying, I'm gonna unite my people. You understand? They're not gonna be divided no more. You understand? They're not gonna be divided. And so-called oppressor might try to do everything he wants to do. Those nations will be united. We will unite with those Mexican brothers, man. We will unite with the Puerto Ricans, man. We will unite, you understand, with the Brazilian, Salvadorian, Panamanian, Jamaican, you understand, Trinidadian, you understand, and so on. We will unite with the Gadites. You understand? And we don't, and when we say we unite, we don't unite like the world unite. We unite under the rules, you understand, and the commandment, the laws of the Most High, under the love of Christ. You understand? Jump to verse 22, Bible question.
Khan. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 22.
Go ahead.
And I will make them one nation in the land upon Salakia.
I will do what?
And I will make them one nation.
So now you can understand this proverb. You could understand, you understand this prophecy. I will make them one nation. Those two sticks that were broken off, you understand, that was separated. It is about joining the nation of Israel back again. You understand? And this is what's happening today. This is, you understand, why we have the 12-tribe chart. You understand? Because we are being joined once again into one nation. You understand? Which means we were different nations. We were, you understand, many nations. We had, you understand, the Haitians, you have the Dominicans, you have the Puerto Ricans, you have the, you understand, Cuban. But now we will become once again, we will become the nation of Israel, Yasharala. You understand? And in the I.S.U.P.K, we're making sure of that. We're living and breathing for that. You understand? Is there more?
Karawakan.
Go ahead.
In the land upon the mountains of Israel.
Okay, you could drop that right there. Somebody else bring me to Isaiah 11, verse 13. And also Jeremiah 30, verse 4. Salakia Akim, I sent you a video. You understand? Supposed to be on your WhatsApp. If y'all could put it up. Because what else Officer Barakala said earlier, you understand? I think it was you, Officer Zabaja, where you say, you understand? Who was it? The cartel take credit, you understand, or ask forgiveness for what they have done. But the police, you understand, still today, they don't do that. Was it you, Barakala?
That was Officer Zabaja.
Officer Zabaja, that's what I was thinking. You understand? Today, the police kill us, and what happened? They hide the fact that they kill us. You understand? They're trying to put it under the rug. Yet you have the cartel apologizing, you understand, for exactly killing their own brother. This shows, Akim, the cartel has more love and more heart than the oppressor, man. This shows, you understand? Oh, just give me a second, priest. This shows, Akim, the cartel has more discipline than the police, man. This shows, Akim, the cartel has more sympathy. Even though, you understand, they say, well, the cartel murder people, the cartel, you understand, murder kids, but the cartel has more sympathy than the, you understand, the police officers and those police, you understand, that's in Canada, that's in the United States. Because once they kill a black man, once they kill, you understand, they killed that brother, you understand, for selling cigarette in the United States. They killed that other brother, they give him a chokehold, you understand, and he kept on yelling, I cannot breathe. You understand? And we still got to beg for justice. And they're still going to say, well, you know what? He was high. They're killing black people, you understand, that are calling, you understand, for their mama. Well, it was his fault. They're killing black men, you understand, just for wearing a hoodie. Well, you understand? I know it was just, you understand, a low-life criminal. What about, you understand, those native Indian women that are missing and being killed by the police in Canada? But you know what? The cartel apologizes, man. You understand? For exactly, you understand, what they have done. The cartel has more sympathy than the so-called oppressor, man. Go ahead, also, Barkala.
So, like, well, I'm just gonna say this, right?
Okay.
The cartel, right, is more honest than the police department. The cartel would take accountability for his actions. The police department will lie, saying a brother, right, whatever tribe he's from or sister, was armed when they were not.
Yeah.
They will say they had drugs in their possessions when they did not. Understand? The cartel is honest. You understand? That's just to show you that we're not even supposed to be criminal. It's like Officer Malakman brought up. We're an honest people. The only reason why brothers and sisters joined the cartel is because of the condition that we were put in by our oppressors.
Right.
You understand? If we really had a choice, we would not be part of the cartel. We wouldn't. I mean, I was gonna say we wouldn't even have formed the cartel, but even then, the cartel, it comes from the government in the first place. You understand? But that's just to show that the cartel will always be more honest than any police department murdering Black and Hispanic and Native Indian people.
So, like, if I could.
Of course, priest.
So, like, sir, I just want to say this real quick. The cartel apologized, right? And America still wants to declare them a terrorist organization. The cartel murdered, you know, they apologized, so they said it was an accident. And America wants to charge them and call them terrorists. What does that make the police? What does that make the military?
Damn right.
Matter of fact, before you play the video, right? Before you play the video, bring me to that verse, Bible question. Bring me to the one where the one that say they owe them. You understand? They owe them, but they consider themselves not guilty. You know what I want? You understand? And this is an amazing thing, Akim. You understand? Despite the fact that those brothers were killed, right? For the cartel to say, well, you know what? We apologize. And not only that, Akim, just like we said earlier, you understand? They have a military structure. Those brothers that killed, you understand? Those Judite didn't get the order, you understand, for killing those Judite. You understand? They acted out of revenge, you understand, because one of them got killed. Well, the thing is, they gave up, you understand, the killers. You understand? The cartel gave up, you understand, those exactly brothers, you understand, those Mexican brothers, I.S.U.P.K brothers that killed, you understand, those Judite brothers. How many times we see the police do that? You understand?
Right.
The police will tell you it is Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. I won't snitch on another policeman officer. Understand? The police, you understand? There's good police. But what happens when the good police, you understand, see those crimes and do not report those crimes? Well, you know what? The cartel has more, you understand, value than you. More honor than you. You understand? We got the verse by question.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
Whose possessors say what? Do what?
Possessors slay them. And hold themselves not guilty.
Well, we are being killed by the oppressor day and night. Day and night, Akim. You understand? I don't. Before I.S.U.P.K, I wasn't paying so much attention to it. But ever since I've been in the UPK, Akim, every day, you understand, I'm seeing so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian being killed by those oppressors every day. And what happened? They hold themselves not guilty. We are not guilty. We didn't do nothing wrong. But you know what? Let's blame the cartel. Let's blame the cartel. Let's have a crackdown on the cartel. You understand? Let's have a crackdown on the cartel, and because you understand, they are murderous people. Meanwhile, they've been killing us by the millions, by the hundreds of millions, man. You understand? And consider themselves not guilty, man. Yet the cartel apologizes. And not only that, they brought forth exactly the killers. Let's play the video about the question.
Okay.
The stunning photos show 5.
Salakia, this video is from CBC. We do not own the rights to this video. Salakia.
Men laying on the pavement, each with hands tied and all but one. The stunning photos show 5 men laying on the pavement, each with hands tied and all but one shirtless, with a handwritten letter claiming to be from Mexico's Gulf Cartel stuck to the windshield. A bizarre scene that tonight a senior law enforcement official tells NBC News appears to be an apology from the cartel following the kidnapping that left 2 Americans dead. The shocking admission almost unprecedented.
Have you seen a PR?
You understand? And this is why you understand, like in the same situation, that it is a sad situation when those brothers, you understand, were unalive. But at the same time, I gotta say, you understand, I gotta give the credit to the cartel just for apologizing, just for saying sorry, and not only that, for bringing those brothers, you understand, those Issacharite, you understand, that killed those brothers. You understand? It is something admirable that they done, that the police will not do. The police should take notes on the cartel.
Damn right.
Those police officers, you understand, that are murderers, you understand, that those psychopaths, bring them forth, you understand, and arrest them as well in front of the public. Arrest them. Zimmerman is still walking, you understand, in Florida. Arrest those police officers, you understand, lock them up as well. Do like what the cartel did. Until then, you have no right to say, well, you know what, we need to crack down on the cartel because they did something that you would never do, which is showing compassion, showing sympathy. You understand? Even though those brothers, you understand, went over there trying to buy drugs, and you understand, in that neighborhood, you're not allowed to buy or no sell those drugs because those drugs are killing our people. They're killing the Issacharite. You understand? They're killing all over. They're killing us all over the place. So of course, you understand, as people that love their neighborhood, they're gonna say, well, you know what? We don't want this over here. You understand? Well, you know what? In the United States, the police let the drug, you understand, let the fentanyl come in a neighborhood. That's another thing, you understand, they don't speak about as well. The cartel does not want fentanyl, no, you understand, no, that other drug, you understand, in their neighborhood, yet the government, the FBI, the CIA allow it in our neighborhood. Where's the crackdown on the FBI and CIA? I'm waiting for it. You understand? All right, you could drop that video because you're gonna have those Edomite putting their 2 cents. But now you see exactly, you understand, the cartel is more honorable than the police, the American police and the Canadian police, man, and the police, you understand, the oppressors police. You understand? All right. Where were we? You understand? Akim, do we need do you think we need a article on it, or which wobble?
So like an article on this same story.
Yeah, but you understand, if y'all think we need it, you understand?
Come on,
go ahead, please.
We have Officer 500 Yashakar by Yashakar Yabashim Shabakta.
Hey, Shalom. Shalom, peace, Yabashim Shabakta. What's going on?
Most in Christ, I don't want good to be here.
Come to water for tuning in, to water for the other brother as well. You understand? It's a pleasure to have y'all brothers over here, man.
pleasure's on mine, I don't want.
Con. And Salaka, before you go, right? Then let this be known to all you in Canada, right? All you in Montreal and Toronto. Now you saying you understand like different tribe in this live, man. You have Benjamite, you have Issacharite, you have you understand Levite in this live, man. And this is what we're talking about you understand unity, unification of Israel, man. And pretty soon, you understand, I pray the Most High, we will have all the 12 tribes on our lives, man. You understand? Because that's what we have to do and show to the world. You understand? Because we've been divided for so long, it is time for us to unite once again in love and compassion. You understand? And in these laws of the Most High. Understand? Yes, yes, sir, Officer Yashikar. You could bring to more light. You understand? The brothers. You understand? My brother, low light. You understand? But you could, you understand, bring a low light to the situation that happened. You understand in Mexico with those brothers. You understand that were unalive.
Khan, I don't want Khan. So it was 3 Judite brothers and a sister that went over there to Mexico, and according to them, they were gonna go get a tummy tuck, for the sister, because it is a cheap procedure over there. But she went to a level 4 cartel place, infested place. That's the Gulf cartel. That cartel is very hardcore. It's right there by the border. And it's in the state of Tamaulipas. It runs the whole border in Tamaulipas. All them little cities from Matamoros, Reynosa, all the way up until it hits Laredo. Because in Laredo, it would be another cartel. It's another state. So, according to the social media in America, they got gunned down by Haitian smugglers. I mean, Slovakia. They got mistaken by Haitian smugglers. That's what America had said. But on the reals, Haitian smugglers in Mexico right now, they're refugees. These brothers are living in the streets in cardboard box houses. There's no way they could have been driving I don't know if y'all saw the kind of van that these brothers were driving. It looked like a nice van. There ain't no Haitian smuggler going to be able. There are no Haitian smugglers in Mexico. There's no way. That doesn't exist. Not right now. But we keep going, and according to social media in America, it was just a mistaken identity. And now America wants to fight back because they killed 4 Americans. But like I had said before, America has never considered blacks, Hispanics, and natives as Americans unless we're out there fighting their wars. Unless we're out there doing their dirty job, that's when they consider us Americans. Other than that, they've been trying to get rid of us. And they're using this opportunity right now because there's a lot of black and brown unite right now. It's going down. Even outside the UPK, I've seen it. There's some conscious brothers and sisters out there that it is about that. They're starting to understand who the real enemy is. I can't say, what do we call them? Edomites? Can I call them gringos?
Con, of course.
All right, so these goddamn gringos, they've been oppressing us. They've been murdering us. We die the same way out here. Blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we die the same way out here in the streets. Right. What happened to that brother Floyd with that knee on the neck, and he died from asphyxiation? It happened a month later to a brother in Cali, a Mexican brother. The same way. He died the same way. And that's just the Lord showing us that we're the same people. That we're dying the same. We're suffering the same. Everything, our pain is the same. Ain't nobody suffer more than us. Don't nobody understand our lives. Ain't no other nation that can live in our shoes because we already used to being hungry, to being poor, to wanting things. We're already used to that. A rich gringo may lose his fortune, and what does he do? He commits suicide. But then he ain't even man enough to take his own life. He got to take his kids and his wife too. It's in the news. That's their culture. And that's what they do. They murder, they rape, they pillage, they kill. They even do that to their own families. They've had civil wars where they're fighting each other. These oppressors don't love nobody, not even themselves. The only thing they love is power, and they're using this to get more power. So as the story goes on, I looked into social media in Mexico and all that. Started seeing the news in Mexico, podcasts and all that. What we got to understand is everybody's connected in Mexico, especially in those areas. Everybody knows what happens. Everybody knows the cartel sends out messages, and the cartels are pretty much the law over there. The cops ain't got no power. The cops ain't got nothing against the cartels. They gotta send the Marines. They can't even send Mexico's army. They send the Marines, the Mexican Marines, to go over there and deal with them when they get out of control. But yeah, this cartel in particular, it's a very calm cartel, and they got a zero policy for methamphetamine and fentanyl. That's a death sentence, and they have checkpoints to make sure that they want law-abiding citizens. They're not crazy as America portrays them. They want order. It's all about business for them. If they have rapists in that area, it's gonna heat up the spot. It's gonna burn that spot, and then they'll have cops all over the place, and that's what they don't want. They deal with crime their own way. You can see many videos in social media out there where they're chopping off hands from people that steal, from thieves. They chop off their hands. It all comes off. They're decapitating people for being rapists and murderers. They don't have no tolerance for criminals. They're the only ones that run it. They're the ones that bring justice. So as I kept on doing the research, it turns out that sister didn't even have an appointment with the doctor she said she was going to go to. She never had an appointment. And according to the social media in Mexico, these brothers were circling around the whole city of Matamoros looking for something. I keep researching, and it turns out that these same brothers and sisters, they went to Laredo as well. Now, that's another cartel, another vicious cartel. And they're always in a fight for power. Everybody wants to control the borders because that's where everything goes to. Everything in America, even the goddamn Italians, they're dealing our shit that comes from Mexico. That's where they get it. It comes from Colombia to Mexico and right up the States. And I know all of that because, I was a part of it back in the days. The Lord only kept me alive for this moment in time when I'm over here with my brothers in the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA, because death was always right around the corner. But as we keep going, so these brothers, they had already a history of going through Laredo as well. And when the cartel got tipped off by some anonymous person stating that there was going to be 4 Judite brothers in a van, or 3 brothers and a sister, 3 men and a woman, looking for fentanyl, because they already had an appointment, not with a surgeon, but with another local drug dealer. And that drug dealer, of course, he wasn't slanging no fentanyl, but it was just a hook. These people, they don't want nobody going in there looking for anything like that. So they had checkpoints. Checkpoints, kind of like when you cross the border. They had a whole bunch of brothers with AK-47s, bulletproof vests, just ready for war. And they stop every car. They don't mug you. They don't rob you. They just tell you where you're going, where you from, what are you doing here. And they search your vehicle. If you're all good, they let you go. Everybody has to stop. Everybody in Mexico, everybody from Texas, where I'm from, the Rio Grande Valley, we know we have to stop. And these brothers, they booked it. They took off. When they saw these men with AKs and ARs pointing at them to stop the vehicle, they took off. And they ran over one of the cartel members. So that caused everybody to go in attack mode. They just ran over their brother, and they wasn't gonna have it. And it's war, it's kill, and they kill yours, you gotta kill them. That's why they was a car chase, and the cartel crashed one of their cars into their car to stop them. And then everybody just came out shooting, hardcore. It was a shootout. They killed 2 brothers right there on the spot. They injured one. They didn't do nothing to the sister. These people, they know it's mostly the men that do it. That's why they didn't hurt the sister. It's not like Trump says rapists, murderers, and all that. They don't do that for fun. It's a law and order for them. Because the Mexican government really doesn't give a good goddamn. All they care about is money and greed. They don't have any sort of a law there. And that's why before it was real easy to go get mugged, to go get killed, to go get raped in Mexico. It's been going on. But since the cartels got there, they put a little bit more order there. And now there are no rapists walking around. You know, they get picked up right away, get in the trunk of that car, and they get taken care of, and nobody hears from them no more. There's no more crazy people like that. And when there is, they usually get dealt with, and then they throw them in a place called El Guisado, which is acid. And pretty much they burn them down to where it's nothing left. So we go back to these brothers. Go ahead.
Salaka, priest. Before you keep on going, right? You said they didn't hurt their sister, right?
No, they didn't hurt that sister.
Now, if it was America, would they have killed that sister? If that was the police?
They would have killed everybody.
They would have killed everybody. You understand? And this is what we were saying earlier. You understand? They want to crack down on. There's a news article that say that they want to crack down on Mexico right now because of you understand, because of what happened. Meanwhile, you understand, those things happen in the United States, and there's no crackdown on the police. There's drug in our neighborhood. Where's the crackdown on the CIA and the FBI? You understand? Where's the crackdown on those crooked cops? You understand? That's putting drug and guns in our neighborhood, man. You understand? Meanwhile, not only that, you understand, we were saying earlier, you understand, the cartel apologized for what happened to those brothers, you understand? And not only that, they gave up, you understand, the men that shot, you understand, those 2 brothers. But the thing is, they didn't even kill that sister. And white cops would have killed that sister. A white cop would have killed those 3 brothers and that sister included. So, you could keep on going.
Sir, you're right, Adawan. We've gotten killed over here for selling loose cigarettes, for having a cell phone on our hand. Just, these oppressors, they're devils. That's all they know is murder. That's how America was built, by murder, rape, and pillage. So that's all they have in their hearts. But sir, after that, the brothers took him in and they took him to a safe house, and that's where they held him. And since America started talking, social media hit it hard. So that's why they found him right away. But either way, these men didn't report all of that to their superiors because it's a military structure. They had to get a green light before they go and kill Americans, because that's the last thing they want is attention from America. Because America puts pressure on Mexico, and Mexico puts pressure on them, and starts closing up all their operations and all that. So as we kept going out of one, the next day, they turned in the men that committed those murders, and the cartel, they made a public apology.
Right.
That these are the men that were responsible for the Americans' death. And they told all of the city of Matamoros to relax, that they're not out there killing nobody. It was a misunderstanding. But the misunderstanding to them, what they meant was they didn't report that to them, that they ran over one of their men. It would have been handled differently. But most likely they just would have taken them and beat the shit out of them and probably let them go. Especially if that other brother didn't die. But right now, I don't want, as you see, America wants lithium.
Right.
And there's a lot of lithium in Mexico. And Mexico said, no, we're not letting you come here and take that. America's already, how do I say this? It's already robbing from Mexico as it is for oil and all kinds of other things. So they denied that. They said, nah, you ain't going to get our lithium. So this is the thing that America needed. This is their excuse to try to invade. And the cartels have already responded. saying if they see any Americans try to come in there and take over, that it's gonna be a war. They're not gonna let these Edomites go in there. They call them güeros, and they said, "No vamos a dejar que estos güeros entren aquí." So like, we're not gonna let these devils come in here. Güero means gringo, pretty much. I just don't know if I can say the word. I don't want to get you shut down. But they're ready. They're ready for war.
Yeah, but you understand, like this is you understand with the modus of operatus, you understand, of America. You understand, they wait until something like that happen, or you understand, let's say you have a dictatorship in your country, then they see the resources, then they come in. If they're trying to deal with you at first, and if you understand, you don't accept the offer that they gave you, then they're gonna try to use, you understand, an example or a situation, or sometimes they even make that situation happen themselves to come in to steal the resources of the country. You understand? We all know, you understand, the way that they operate nowadays, because you understand we are learned men today. But you understand, it's just another tactic for America. You understand? Just like you say, to go in Mexico, you understand, and to steal the natural resources that are in Mexico. They're doing the same thing in Haiti. They're doing the same thing in South America as well. You understand? Unfortunately for Haiti, you understand, we don't have, like, you understand, cartels that stand up for the community and trying to, you understand, install order. You understand, we have gangs that kill one another, you understand, kidnap each other. You understand, that's what we have in Haiti. So you understand, we don't have that front, and they allow, you understand, to come in Haiti and steal the natural resources. But that's what they want to do in Mexico as well.
Right, right.
Salakia Adia.
Yeah, of course, please go ahead.
Salakia Adia, I was just gonna say, y'all might not got cartels in Haiti, but you do have Officer Yatazar and Officer Adiyar out of Haiti. That's what you do have.
Come, we'll sign Christ, please. Sign Christ. You understand? It's a sad situation, but at the same time, man, that situation brought a lot of light, you understand, in the cartels, and brought, you understand, the side of the cartel that nobody ever, you understand, speak about. Like, everybody thinks, you understand, the cartels, just like you said, also, Yashikar, everybody thinks the cartel are like a terrorist group, you understand, cold-blooded man, you understand, they don't, you understand, and so on and so on. Meanwhile, they didn't kill that sister. You understand? And that other brother that got injured, he didn't lose his life. You understand? And not only that, they apologized, you understand, and gave up the man that did the killing. America would have never done that. Canada would have never done that. They would have killed everybody. You understand?
Right, I don't want. And if I could,
come, go ahead.
Man, Salakia. But you're right, I don't want. Nobody talks about that side of the cartels. It's just whatever Trump says goes to most of the people out there. But what they don't know is that these brothers out here, they're not doing this for fun. So they don't go out murdering because they wake up today and feeling like they got to murder somebody. This is business for them. It's either that. We're talking about a place where there's no food stamps, there's no Section 8, there's no government assistance. You'll die. And if you're a man with a family and kids, all it takes to be a murderer, a killer, and a drug dealer is your kids crying, telling you that they're hungry. Is your kids walking around barefoot in a place with broken glass and all kinds of shit you can't even walk. It's seeing your family destroyed. That'll cause any man to do what they have to do to feed their family.
Right.
And that's why, Issachars, they have this Santísima Muerte thing going on because they're expecting death. Santísima Muerte means it's like the angel of death. They're expecting death, but they pray to it that it be a quick and honorable death. Because I seen decapitations, I seen people getting their nuts cut off, I seen people getting their wrists, their arms, from the elbow, shoulder, like slowly, and it's hardcore. People, vatos get PTSD for that. You see that in your nightmares. Right now, I still have dreams of getting shot down. I still have dreams of people kicking down my door and shooting at my family, and I'm over there. It's crazy. But they don't understand that we do this because we don't want to see our kids die of hunger. It's survival. And we don't go around killing people. You know, Salaki, I'm not in that no more, but we never went around killing people for fun. It's always business. And that's it. Carrying a dead body and burying it a wood, business. Salakia, but these brothers have the luxury of getting shot down. It's not a lot of luxury people get in Mexico.
Right.
People get chopped up alive slowly, and then they'll just send their family a toe. Go bury this toe. That was your son. You know, if they're lucky to get a toe, sometimes they'll just get a lock of hair. And that brother is out there buried somewhere that nobody even knows, or fed to alligators. These cartels, they got exotic animals. They'll just throw you to one of them animals and let him chew you up and eat you up. But like I said, it's not that that's what we like to do. It's that La Raza over there, they have no choice. You either, you know, you're either about it or you die.
And if I may, priest, you understand the reason why they're in such condition is because of the oppressor.
Right.
Without the oppressor, you understand, they wouldn't be in that condition. Without the oppressor, you understand, it would be a good nation, you understand. It would be a well nation. Mexico, you understand, is fruitful. You understand?
Right.
And Mexicans love to work as well. You understand? The reason why they're in the situation that they're in is because of the oppressor. You understand? When you have like, you understand, Mexico, just like you said earlier, Mexico suffered like us. Mexico are the tribe of Issachar, but you understand, back in the days, they knew. How come they don't know this today? How come they venerate, you understand, the same Catholic Church, you understand, that they worship the same Catholic Church that we do? You understand? Why? Because you understand, they're oppressed. They've been in that oppression just like us, so-called Negroes, right? So you understand, it is not like you say, like what they want to do, but it's because of the oppressor, man. You understand? And I know some of y'all, you understand, out there that y'all don't want to blame the oppressor, but he is the root and the cause of every problem that's on earth. And this is why, you understand, one verse that we love to say, that we love, you understand, in I.S.U.P.K Quebec, you understand, I know Barakala love that verse also, you understand? When the righteous rule, you understand? When the wicked rule, the people mourn. The reason why Mexicans are mourning right now, Mexicans, you understand, have to have a cartel, you understand, is because, you understand, of the oppressors ruling. But when the righteous, you understand, are in power, you understand, the people rejoice. And once you see those Mexicans in power, in righteousness, once you see, you understand, those Negroes, those Haitians, those Dominicans, you understand, those Benjamites, once you see them in power, well, you understand, the world will be a better place. You understand? But for the meantime being, this is what we're seeing, you understand? As Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, this is the condition of our life. And just like you said, when you say about PTSD, one thing you understand that the American government do not do for us is like they know that because of these conditions that we live in, we are on survival mode. You understand? We're born on survival mode. You understand? This is why we do these crimes. This is why we're in the street. You understand? This is we're trying to survive. Well, they never say, you understand, when we go to court, they never say, well, you know what? This is they are the product of the environment. So let's try to make the environment a little bit better. They never say that. You understand? They never say that. Why? Because they know they are the problem of environment. Officer Shah One, you understand, brought something last year where he showed, you understand, the Canadian government knows exactly, you understand, the reason why those Native Indians are on the reservation. They know exactly, you understand, the condition that they are in. Yet, where's the justice? Where's the crackdown on it? You understand? Where's the crackdown on it? Nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? This is why we say the oppressor is the damn devil the Bible speak of, man. You understand? Because it is true. You understand? I know you think the white man can be saved. The white man cannot be saved. You understand? When you read the Bible, you understand, only justice is going to come. Only revenge is coming for the so-called oppressor, for exactly what was going on, to what they did to so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, man. You understand? Akim, y'all want to add something?
So okay, I don't, if I may.
Of course, please.
Just adding on to that thing you were saying, I brought up. Like it's crazy. It's right on the Canadian government website, letting you know that the indigenous people in Canada, the reason they're in the reserves is because of oppression.
Right.
Is because of being a conquered people. Right. Like they're letting you know that they know themselves. They're in that condition. They're in those ghettos. They're in the reserves because of what we did to you.
God.
And it's like all the things that Officer Yashikar is bringing up. That's why we fight for the things that we do.
God.
Like they're out there trying to fight for survival. You see all the craziness going out on the reserves. Like I remember seeing that one sign up north where the natives were damn near begging people to leave their sisters alone. Like the rate of those Gadite sisters disappearing is insane. And it's like this is all like Officer Yashikar was saying, the PTSD that's amongst our communities. All these things that we deal with is because of the oppressor.
All right.
And for them to turn around and say, like, try to paint us like we're the evil villains, right? That's I know Officer Zabadi loves that verse. That's that crafty counsel that they take against us.
Right.
Like for the American government to, like, they even dare to try to wage a war on the Mexican brothers because of what's going on down there. Like that shows you the hypocrisy of the country. They don't give a damn about us as a people. Because when those cops gun us down, they're not doing nothing. They're not waging wars against the police. Right? But when it comes to waging war against our brothers and sisters, oh yeah, now let's get up in arms. Let's try to motivate these Negroes to go to war against their own brothers. They know who we are. Right? Like Captain Cottazar brings that out all the time. But when Christopher Columbus was coming down here, he talks about the translators that he had with him. Like the translators are translating Hebrew to the indigenous people on the land. They know we spoke Hebrew. They know who we are. They know where they took us from. They know the people they enslaved. They know the people that they conquered. And they sit here and they try to divide us. Divide and conquer. They just see us destroyed as a people. And that's why they're the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right. All right. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, Officer Yashiko, what you said is really moving, and to Water for bringing more clarification on the subject as well. You understand? Because, like, you understand, if you don't have, like, you understand, the real connection and the real story, we will, you understand, we will take what the news is saying is true. You understand? We will take, you understand, well, that sister went over there, you understand, for a tummy talk or BBL. You understand? And they got killed over there. You understand? Mexican are such a bad people. The cartel are so bad people. Meanwhile, you understand? They're never going to talk about, you understand? They're trying to defend their territory against, you understand, illicit drug that will kill their community. They don't even want somebody to ask for it because they know if somebody asks for it, you understand, that will be in that person's mind. Well, you know what? Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should deal with that instead and killing, you understand, the rest of the population. Meanwhile, America allow it, and Officer Barkella was saying earlier that they know the Asian are, you understand, distributing it. Meanwhile, there's no crackdown on the Asians, and it's killing our brothers and sisters.
Lock you out on one.
Go ahead, please.
I just want to say this, right? Because this is how we brought out the American government, right? The government of our oppressors is trying to pit black and brown people against each other. So I'm just going to say this, right? Those two brothers, those men above me, Officer Yashikar and Officer Malakma, these are my blood brothers. You understand? Right. Till death and after death. In Salakia, for any so-called Hispanic brothers listening, right. Hombres que acá con nosotros son mis hermanos de sangre. Para toda la vida, hasta la muerte y después la muerte también.
Simón, carnal. Órale.
Damn right. You understand? And let all of you, you understand, like,
yes.
It's so-called Hispanics, you understand, in Canada. Watch this class, you understand? Send it to all the brothers, you understand, that speak Spanish, you understand, the Latinos brothers, you understand, so they could see, you understand, we doing this work, you understand? We have brothers in Mexico doing this work, man. You understand? We have brothers in South America doing this work. You understand? It's time for you in Canada, you understand, to wake up, because what are you doing if you're not waking up? What are you doing if you're not in the UPK under Community Journal YAHANNA? You understand? Because we are the only place that speak about a real unity, you understand, that will benefit and that will not uplift so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, man. You understand? Without these laws, precept, and commandment, you understand, everything we've been doing and we're about to do is gonna fall. You understand? Let's give this a chance for once. Let's give real love a chance for once. Let's give, you understand, this unity a chance for once. And you will see, I guarantee it, they will respect us more. They won't say the cartel are terrorists, but they will say, you know what? It is our fault if they have to sell drugs because we destroyed them. They will say the same thing as Canada. You understand? I was shocked when Officer Shawan brought that article out, you understand, in one of the Canadian, you understand, Canadian website. You understand? They're saying they know the reason why the native are like that, you understand, are destroyed. We did it. Is because of the oppression that, you understand, they suffer at our end, man. Well, you know what? They know the same thing about the cartel. They know the same thing about Mexico. They know the same thing about Haiti, Republic Dominican, you understand, and so on and so on. They know because of their oppression, we got to be on survival mode, man. You understand? But it will stop. You understand? Before Christ come, it will stop. You understand? And when Christ come, we won't have to sell drugs no more. We won't have to be in the cartel no more. But we will be Yasharala. We will be walking mighty man, princess of the Most High, man. You understand?
Right.
And that's what we're for, man. And thank you all again for coming to General YAHANNA, man, for holding this banner, you understand? For holding this truth. But because men like Yashakar, men Malakma could come up, you understand, from Mexico and build Mexico up, man. You understand? They could have been doing, you understand, they could have been in cartel today. They could have been selling drugs, but instead of living that life, they're waking you up, even though you hate it. But you know what? They keep on doing that job. You understand? Because they love you, man. You understand? All right, all right. Also, Yashikar, you wanted to say more?
The other one, that would be it. Other than el hombre blanco es el diablo de la Santa Biblia.
Claro que sí, hombre.
Damn right.
Así es.
Damn right, man.
Es un pinche gusano hijo de perro.
Damn right, man. Somebody bring me to Isaiah chapter 1 verse 11, Bible question.
Okay.
You understand? This is the future. You understand? What we're about to read right now is the future. I know that your Christian church tell you, well, everybody could be saved. We read to you, you understand, Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 16 to 19. Your Christian church that will not explain you exactly what's going on. You understand what it is about. You understand why? Because your Christian preacher doesn't understand the Bible. Meanwhile, it is about the unification of so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. And and what you're seeing right now, the oppressor is trying to keep us divided. You understand? That's not gonna happen, man. You understand? Because those prophecies are already written. And you understand, they cannot go against the prophecies. You're gonna see exactly those prophecies are happening. This is why we have class. You understand? This is why this class have, you understand, northern and southern tribe. You understand? But we are one nation. You understand? We are one nation over here, man. You understand? And this is what you're about to see in the full scale. This is what you're about to see in the last day. You're about to see, you understand, just like the prophecy say, you understand, every race, every people will be going towards their own people. Well, you know what? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, you're going to start seeing them joining each other now in these last days, man. Because we are realizing we are the oppressor. We're realizing that these other nations don't love us. That these other nations don't speak for us. Don't ask for justice for us. Well, you know what? We're going to love one another and seek justice for one another. You understand? What the cartel did, you understand, apologizing and, you understand, giving up those you understand, those brothers, you understand, that were involved in the shooting was something, you understand, that was so marvelous, Akim, so honorable. You understand? That America should not even dare say, well, we need to crack down on the cartel. Before you crack down on the cartel, Well, give up every crooked cop that you have. Crack down on the CIA and the FBI before you go crack down in Mexico, man. Go do that. You understand? Go clean your house first before you clean somebody else's house. And Mexico damn well don't need you to clean their house. We'll do it. You understand? YAHANNA in the I.S.U.P.K on the community journal, Yana, he'll do it. Malakma will do it. You understand? They'll clean that Mexico up. They don't need the damn oppressor. You understand? Because we know, just like we read earlier, you understand? Their words are sweet like butter, but in their hearts, war is in their hearts. You understand? Then we know that it is about killing, you understand, and unaliving, you understand, so-called Mexican, man. Just like they do everywhere on the planet. And this we don't want, we stand against that. All right. Who got the verse Bible question?
I got the verse on the one.
Go ahead, priest.
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 11.
Hosea.
Hosea, the other one.
That's what. You understand? And once again, another big Tawada for I.S.U.P.K in Mexico. You understand? Officer Yashkar, Officer Malakma. You understand? Big Tawada for y'all brothers, man. You understand? These men living, you understand?
Tawada y'all, man. Tawada y'all.
Most High in Christ. They came from the hardcore life, man. You understand? So seeing them in the I.S.U.P.K and changing their life and waking up brothers and sisters, it is something amazing, man. You understand? And also them other brothers like Officer Zabaja or Kyala Officer Shawan. You understand? It is something amazing seeing those brothers, you understand, coming up in the I.S.U.P.K and changing, you understand, others people's life, man. You understand?
So like Hosea chapter 1, verse 11. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
You understand? This is the future, man. This is prophecy. This is what Paul was preaching, man. This is why Christ came for those people, man. Christ didn't come for the entire world, for every nation to be saved, but for those people, for those two sticks that was divided, for them to come back together, man. You understand? And this is what you're seeing today. This is what you're about to see, even, you understand, in the full scale of things. You understand? You're about to see, you understand, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian unification. You understand? You're about to see them unite, and no oppressor will know, you understand, will be able to, you understand, to bring division among us. Because we know that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speak of, man.
I'm right.
All right, keep on going.
Karawakan. And appoint themselves one head.
We're gonna appoint ourselves one head, and that head is Yahawashi, man. You understand? We're gonna rule under Yahawashi, man. Once that kingdom come, when Yahawashi crack the sky and wage war against, you understand, the so-called Edomite, the so-called oppressor in these other nations, well, you know what? He will be the King of Kings, just like the Bible say, and we will rule Akyum. You understand? This work that we're doing, even though it might seem hard sometimes, it might seem like nobody want to listen sometimes, it might seem, you understand, I'm tired sometimes, but you're gonna see the benefit, the fruit of it. Y'all gonna rule this kingdom under Christ, man. You understand? And I pray the Most High, I see y'all in the kingdom, and one day we'll, you understand, we'll all be united. We could toast, you understand, just like the Passover, man. Our Passover will be every day, because, you understand, those so-called Edomites, you understand, are destroyed, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Karawakan. And they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Israel.
You understand? Great shall be the day of Israel, not of every nation, but of the cartel, of the gangs, you understand, in Haiti. You understand? Of the Negroes, of the Crips and Bloods, you understand? Great will be the day when they unite, you understand, and follow Christ, and you understand, we'll be in our own land, in our own kingdom. Great will be the day when this empire will be destroyed, man. Because, you understand, even though our words might sound harsh, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn, and all we're seeing out there is mourning. All we're seeing out there is death, destruction, diseases. Well, when the righteous rule, when the righteous are in authority, the people are gonna rejoice, man. You understand? We're gonna make this world a better place. We were gonna make this world a place, you understand, that is livable. You understand? We're gonna make this the paradise, like they say, paradise, heaven on earth. Well, when we rule, it's gonna be heaven on earth, man. You understand? Go ahead. Go ahead.
That was the end of the verse. I don't want.
Somebody wanted to say something?
No, I don't want.
All right. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. All right. So once again, a big Tawada to you understand Yashir Shakar, you understand Officer 500 Yashir Shakar, Officer 500 Malakma, you understand a big Tawada for everybody that's on the chat right now. You understand? And tune into these classes, man. Tune into I.S.U.P.K Mexico as well. You understand? And Salaki Officer Yashikar, when are your classes? So like this, the people could follow.
Salaki, everyone. We have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, like around 9 p.m. here in Texas time.
So if you speak like that Panyol, like we say in Creole, right? If you parle Panyol, if you speak Spanish, si tu parles Espanol, link up with I.S.U.P.K Mexico, man. You understand? Because they're bringing that truth, and let your family watch these classes, man. Because a lot of Latino brothers, you understand, and sisters are into the Virgin Mary. You understand? Virgin Mary and everything. Well, that's not gonna bring you salvation. You understand? The saints, you understand, the Catholic saints are not gonna help you none whatsoever. But these classes, man, will help you, man. These classes will change your family. All right.
Right. Salaki, sir, if I could.
Of course, please.
Just like to read one scripture out of one. The book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." That's going to be us when Babylon falls. When America falls, that's going to be me, out of one. Happy shall I be.
Right.
When I get to do the same thing that they did to my children, to my ancestors, to my family, to my brothers and sisters. Happy shall I be when I see the destruction of this Sodom and Gomorrah, this cursed place, I don't want. That's going to be me. Happy will I dash their children against rocks, like they did my people on the Trail of Tears, like they did my people in La Matanza in Texas. Like everything that they've done, out of one, happy shall I be. And that's what I pray for. The death and the destructions of our oppressors, of our enemies. So it's time to wake up and know where you stand. Know who your real family is. The only familia is here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commanding General YAHANNA.
Right.
That's right.
You understand? And
I know. If I could.
Of course. Go ahead.
So, just real quick, I wanted to plug in our podcast that we got every Monday night, 9 p.m. over here on the West Coast time, right? Which is UPK La Pura Neta, which is La Pura Neta podcast, which is a podcast for the raza. So for all y'all brothers, for all of Israel, come check it out on YouTube. The channel is UPK La Pura Neta podcast. And it's 9 p.m. every Monday night, Pacific Standard Time. The water, sir.
Come, Musa and Christ. You understand? Y'all heard it. Don't forget to link up. You understand, with them brothers, man. They're doing every work. You understand? I.S.U.P.K Mexico is doing every work, right? You understand? And Yashar Shakar, there's a picture. You understand? When you look at the genocide of the native in America, there's a picture of an Edomite dashing. You understand? One of the babies against a stone. Understand? So people might think this what is in the Bible is far-fetched, but you understand, it is actually, you understand, what's gonna happen, because they done the same to us as well. You understand?
Right. I don't want, if I could. Some people don't know, but Mexicans are natives. Mexico is the biggest Indian reservation on the earth. That's who we are. So we're that happened to my people. All of that from Texas to Cali, it was all natives. It was all natives. It was all us. I don't want. Yeah, Most High in Christ, we got that, so they could see out of one. Because some people be thinking that we a little bit too hardcore, but this is exactly what they did to us, and this is what the Bible says that we're going to do to them. What we say is biblical. They did that with their animals. We're doing it because the Lord's gonna say it for us to do it.
Right. You understand? So you understand, like this is what we do, exactly what we do. You understand? Because we follow God. You understand? And it is the truth. It is the truth in the Bible. You won't hear these things in the Christian church because the Christian church has no love for so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native. You understand? All right. So that being said, thank that's water for everybody that's in the chat. The water ICAM, you understand, for being live with us. You understand? I speak in Mexico. A big to water. You understand? I appreciate it. You understand? A lot. Understand? Give it up.
Sign Christ.
So that being said, you understand, we'll leave this class. We'll conclude this class. You understand? I pass the class to Officer 500 Shy 1.
Let's clap it up. These are the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to show themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. TITHES, which is a commandment. You can read about it in Numbers 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. I.S.U.P.K means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, through offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, please give. Upcoming holy convocations. We just finished the Feast of Purim. We have the Lord's Passover coming up. The Lord's Passover coming up, which will be on the 14th day of the first month, which will be Saturday, April the 1st, 2023. We got less than 3 weeks, Akim and Akwathim. If you got any issues making it up to the Passover, please speak to your camp leader. You can read about it in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1 to verse 51. Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4 to 5. 1 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 7 to 8. And 2 Chronicles, chapter 30, verse 17. To any brother that wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing our black blue shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. With that said, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. Man of Israelite Madian, which means stand in the Hebrew. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Man of Israelite Madian Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Yajah Matah, which means hands down. Sar, turn and face the sisters if you have any sisters with you. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Yajah Matah, which means hands down. Class dismissed.
Órale.
Órale.
Órale. Órale.